What's going on, PewTube family? It's Troy of Blackheart Tactical here. So I put out a picture a couple of days ago, maybe a day or two ago, about my Franken-AR I built. Seemed the majority of the people who responded were interested in what went into it and the parts I used in building this thing. So I figured I'd make a quick little video covering it. Now, anybody who knows Blackheart Tactical knows that we're not worried about the guy who can afford everything. There's companies out there that cover that guy. We're worried about the guy who wants to be able to go out and shoot and wants to be able to enjoy slinging lead, but may be a father of four, or may be on a limited income because of a school, because of other personal endeavors. Whatever the case is, we got budget-friendly things in mind, which is why our holsters have been a pretty popular option. It's kind of, guys, I'm a father of four. I'm retired, military. I got blown up in Iraq. So Blackheart Tactical is my job. It is my career. My wife is the one who goes out every day and punches that time card. And I'm lucky that I do get to stay home with my kids. But at the same time, we kind of have to be conscious of money in, money out. So that's kind of how I gear my business as well. I want to focus things toward the guy who has to worry about money in versus money out. So, without further ado, here she is. Alright, I'll go through front to back, top to bottom. Now, just to caveat everything, if there was a particular item that I wanted to put on this and I couldn't get it on sale, I'd wait. It took me almost a year to source everything on this pistol, because I wanted to do it as affordably as I could, but I didn't want to compromise quality in the same token, if that makes sense. So the upper, just the barrel, and not even the handguard, the barrel and the stripped upper were from Palmetto State Armory. I got it as a complete upper without the bolt carrier group and charging handle, for just under $200. It is an 11.5 inch upper with a front sight post built in. I wanted that. I'm an Army guy. I loved my M4, and I love, still to this day, the classic Colt Commandos that our granddads or uncles or whoever were carrying around in the jungles of Vietnam, or the first SWAT teams to kind of hit the streets had those Colt Commandos, those little short barrel rifles. So this is kind of my modern ode to the Colt Commando. Now, I did take off the A2 flash hider, and what I have here is the VG6 Precision Epsilon 556 compensator. It is a 3-prong flash hider with huge side ports. It's got a couple of little ports on the top and tiny little portholes on the bottom, but these huge side compensators eat all of the recoil out of this thing. Really, I mean, it's a 556. There's not much recoil, let's be completely honest. But what little there was is gone now because of this compensator. So huge shout out to VG6. I love their products. I'll put them on every one of my ARs from here on out. Got the the Bravo Company Manufacturing Gunfighter angled foregrip, because it is a pistol. I can't have a vertical foregrip. It is an Aero Precision multi-model pistol lower, stripped. I got it from Aero Precision. It was blemished. Honestly, I think I spent maybe $70 on it, blemished, with the $25 FFL transfer. Inside, I dropped the CMC flat face trigger. It's a single stage 3.5 pound competition trigger. Love this thing. This is the only weapon I own that has a trigger job in it. I have a couple of Glocks that have the Ranger Proof Swag upgraded trigger shoe in them, but all the internals are factory. This is a clear and unloaded weapon. Just want to give you guys perspective on this trigger, okay? I mean, amazing trigger. And the reset is very short and crisp. Inside, big shout out to Franken-AR Armory out of Aaron, Tennessee. I served with a couple of these guys in the Army, and they're now doing big things with again, budget friendly but quality ARs. They're also a Monstrum tactical dealer for optics and accessories. But this is their titanium nitride bolt carrier group. It's full auto rated. It's going to be about as good as you're going to find for the price. Don't quote me on this, but I think they run about $110, $120. I don't know. So give or take maybe $20 here or there. But check out Franken-AR Armory. I have the Vortex Spark AR. Again, Vortex has great optics. I truly believe in their company. Both of my ARs have Vortex optics on them. I got this Spark AR from Midway USA on sale for like $140. So you got $200 for the upper, 70-ish. I got the VG6 Epsilon on sale. The Bravo Company manufacturing foregrip was like $25. So far, including everything that we've talked about so far, about $200 for the trigger. That's the single most expensive part on this weapon, is the trigger. And I wanted it that way because, I mean, I want nice things too. And then we do have the carbine length buffer spring and buffer and buffer assembly. And we have the CAC Shockwave. This is the first gen CAC Shockwave pistol blade. We have a ambidextrous charging handle. I found it on the interwebs. I do a lot of bargain searching on the interwebs. White Knight Supply, I think, is a great company if you're looking to keep things on a budget. Delta Team Tactical, I believe. I could be wrong about that, but that's another one as well. So you guys check out Franken-AR Armory, White Knight Supply, Delta Team Tactical, Palmetto State Armory. I can't say enough about how well this weapon shoots. It is an 11.5 inch barrel, okay? So I'm giving up a little velocity because of a shortened barrel. But the accuracy is not an issue. I'm still grouping MOA and lower at 100 yards out of this thing with just a red dot. It is a fantastic gun. I've put thousands of rounds through this thing without so much as a failure to fire. I'm sorry. I forgot one thing as I'm looking at it. I did put the comfy rubberized Hogue pistol grip on this thing. It's nice. It's comfy. I like nice things. So that's pretty much it. So just to recap, we got a PSA stripped upper with the 11.5 inch chrome moly cold hammer forged barrel, Epsilon VG6 compensator, Bravo Company manufacturing gunfighter angled foregrip Vortex Spark AR, Aero Precision Pistol Lower, CMC Flat Face Single Stage 3.5 pound trigger, Hogue Rubberized Pistol Grip, Foxake Armory, Titanium Nitride Full Auto Bolt Carrier Group, and the CAC Industries Shockwave Pistol Brace. If you guys have any questions, hit me up, man. Just shoot me an email, send me a DM, do something. I'm more than willing to answer questions. I'm more than willing to give it, give advice where I can give advice. I do have a high dollar AR. I mean, it's a Lewis machine and tool. I'll grab it. Hang on. It's a LMT Defender 2000. It is a piston-driven AR instead of gas impingement, which is nice. It does have the full monolithic upper. It's got their battle trigger in it still. It's got their charging handle. It's got everything of theirs still. It's completely stock. The only thing that's different on this one is it has the Lantac Dragon muzzle brake on it, and that came with the rifle when I traded for it. Oh, and I put this angled foregrip on this one too. I mean, there's a lot to be said about, it's comparing a Cadillac to, a cheap car, a Dodge Neon. You're comparing an Escalade to a Neon. But if this is a Neon, it's the SRT4 version because it's fucking badass. Excuse my language. But I love this thing. It's a tack driver, especially with this Vortex Spitfire 3 by prism scope on it. It's a tack driver. It's fun in its own right, and I like shooting at distance with it. But if I'm going to just shred and have fun, this is what I'm taking. This is the thing I'm taking to just shred and have fun. Because I spent 1.5 years building this thing. I'm gonna put it to use, damn it. B, because if I break this, I've got plus or minus a little bit around $600 in this thing. Okay, so if I break this, I mean, yeah, my heart will break a little bit, but my wallet's just gonna be like, oh, whatever. Let's replace that, $150 part. If I break something on this, I wouldn't even know where to begin to try to replace a factory LMT part, okay? Probably have to reach out directly to LMT and get a part directly from them and pay out the you-know-what. But accuracy on this thing's great. It's fun. It's reliable. Everybody gets bent around the axle. I read forums a lot, and I look at comments on Arms List and Gun Broker, and everybody gets bent around the axle about Palmetto State Armory. But I'm going to tell you what, for the price, those dudes put out some good stuff. And if you are a person like me where dollars in and dollars out matters, check into it. It's not that expensive to build your own AR. And you better do it before they change laws. I just read an article today that there's a House bill in right now in D.C. where they're looking at banning gun part kits. So if you're going to build your own AR without having to serialize and pay a tax on everything, you better do it now. Because who knows, maybe in a year you're going to have to pay a tax stamp on a upgraded trigger or a tax stamp on an upgraded bolt carrier group. Who knows? Who knows where the legislation's going? Politicians are crooked, and they'll lie, and they'll lie, and they'll lie, and then they take your freedoms away. So, you guys, I'm going to cut this out now. It's going on 15 minutes, Probably lost most of you guys at 2 minutes because we're all a bunch of ADD gunheads. But please, if you have a question, send me an email, send me a DM, send me something. If you want some advice or you want me to actually nail down my sourcing for this thing, let me know. It's not that hard. I can go back through my purchase history and figure out exactly where I bought all this stuff at and let you know. Most of all, you gotta stay free. If you can do this, do it before you can't do it. You know, I think it's a good experience for anyone who's interested in it to actually go through and source, piece, and build their own AR. That way you get that appreciation out of it. You know, like I know it made me appreciate this AR a little bit more because I was the one turning the wrench, you know, on a lot of this stuff. So I'm going to get off my soapbox. You guys stay safe, stay vigilant. Blackheart out.